Quand nous allons en forêt, il y a une personne qui nous envoie. On arrive, on finit de faire la chasse. Nous rentrons avec la marchandise.
J'ai fait dans le braconnage.
How many elephants have you killed?
Moi-même, j'en ai tué 4.
Je ne peux pas compter le nombre, mais ça fait quand même des centaines. Ça fait quand même des centaines de têtes qui sont tombées au sol.
La première des choses de faire, c'est d'enlever l'ivoire. Les petites haches qui sont aiguisées, qui facilitent pour dépiécer au niveau de la tête pour enlever. Il fallait les moyens pour survivre. Après un temps, en 2017, le prix de l'éléphant a pris l'ampleur.
Did the businessman just tell you what the price is and that's all you were going to get?
Bon, nous, on attendait seulement que nous, on s'est dit peut-être à 50 000 francs le kilo. Des fois, on attend que c'est à 100 000 francs le kilo.
C'est un travail à haut risque. Pour faire un mois de forêt derrière l'éléphant, c'est pas facile.
True natural beauty, unbridled, untouched. One of the last of its kind. But this kind of incredible beauty comes at a cost. 5 countries, 5 incredible real stories of adventure, danger, and deceit. These are the last lands, the national parks around the world that have to be saved.
Oliver, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, okay.
Our hope right now is to continue south and see if we can possibly see some of those elephants that are buried deep inside the parks. Everybody we spoke to said it's a very low chance of possibly seeing the forest elephants. While most people envision elephants on open plains, forest elephants are much harder to capture on film. All of them live in remote parts of Central Africa, deep within dense forestry. We start our search for them in Cameroon. Our guide is Oliver Fankel. How do people make money out here along the road in these small little villages?
They do farming, they sell the plantain, they grow fava, they do fufu, and some fishing as well.
He's working with global conservation to save the few elephants left here from poachers. Obviously, a lot of these trees were taken down here. This was once upon a time beautiful, untouched forests. What are they being taken down for?
Logging for domestic market because people need to build their houses. Logging for commercial export as well. All of that contributed to this loss of big trees and the quality of the forest. That has also diminished.
All this deforestation is opening up these roads. This gives them access to get into the middle of these forests and kill the elephants there. We just got here in the town of Jun. According to our sources, this is the center in trade in terms of ivory. So we're going to talk to some of the high-end officials who have to deal with this every day.
C'est vrai, ça a été l'épicentre il y a beaucoup d'années.
What do you do exactly with what the poachers have if you've arrested them?
Et maintenant, ce qui concerne les trophées, au paquet, il reste des éléphants. Parce que les ivoires, on remet à la hiérarchie. Bon, les crânes et autres, beaucoup plus, on a les crânes ici.
Oh my God.
Ah, les carcasses qu'on a. On n'a pas pu porter le reste de la forêt. Une de ces mâchoires, c'est ici, on pose sa mâchoire. Ça parle, vous-même, vous voyez. C'est un témoignage vivant qu'on a eu à perdre beaucoup des éléphants, hein, au niveau de la conservation. La menace, c'est partout, c'est pas seulement Djoum, mais c'est vrai que Djoum, ici, au niveau de la réserve du Dja.
So now we're heading into this beautiful park, Dja. To get inside here, we drove in about 10 kilometers, and now we got to go another 6 miles where we can see the very center of this park. The dream would be to be walking through Dja right now and see some elephants, but in 2000, there were about 10,000 elephants in this park. About 97% of them died or certainly killed by the poachers. Now there's only about 200 in this park.
Cameroon is part of what's known as the Tridom, made up of the 3 countries that are designated as the protected homes for forest elephants: Cameroon, the Republic of Congo, and Gabon.
They've been decimated in the last 20 years from 300,000 to under probably 80,000. So we've lost 2/3 in 20 years because of organized syndicates going out into the forest, and the tusks are either shipped overseas or they're sold to Boko Haram up here in Nigeria that they can use to buy weapons. Djoum, which is in the southern sector of Dja Faunal Reserve, that's where the syndicates have been based.
The largest market for elephant tusks is in Asia. In 2016, we crossed the Chinese border into Myanmar.
It's a leopard.
It's a leopard, a market for endangered animal trade. There, we found tusks for sale.
Do people come here and buy this from China?
Do you think we are going to have a chance to see any elephant where we're going? You know, how many are there?
We have a sense of the number. So in the Dja, for example, we are around 225, 230. We're going to be using public roads, so there is no chance that we can see an elephant.
To stop or at least slow down the killing of elephants and other animals in the forests, Oliver has established ties with local law enforcement. These are rangers being trained that came from the 3 major parks in this area. And so they've been given these devices so they can collect all of the data for the GPS location of where they found the poachers or the dead animals, so they can share this information with others and know exactly where to go next. The areas that are the most vulnerable and active in terms of poaching.
The rangers are trained to set up the camera traps throughout the forest.
If you find poachers in the protected area, we will catch them and bring them back.
Do you see any elephants in there?
Je n'ai pas encore vu d'éléphants, moi-même personnellement, et nous avons déjà relevé beaucoup d'indices de présence d'éléphants, comme des crottes, des empreintes, des traces d'alimentation. Nous avons aussi entendu des vocalisations, donc des bruits venant de là où les éléphants se trouvaient.
Tonight, we're going to be going down this line, so we're going to organize a roadblock somewhere on this way.
We're heading out for a nighttime patrol. This team of rangers is going to try to locate those coming down the road, having poachers that have illegally killed or transporting animals out of the forest. Then they'll come out
and arrest them?
Et on a planqué pour attendre les braconniers. Et plus souvent, on passe toujours chaque nuit. Oui, j'ai vu aussi quand même l'information que pour sortir cette nuit.
How many of these poachers have you caught?
Plusieurs. Je ne peux pas déterminer le nombre.
They don't encounter poachers at night.
Tu as mis des pas pour toi?
Pas encore.
So they prepare for a 10-day patrol through Jah the next morning.
Where are we going next?
The border, at the border of Congo and Cameroon.
Congo's right there.
This there, that's Congo.
We're right on the border.
And this is Cameroon.
The green plot on this map is Minkebe National Park in the country of Gabon. It borders Cameroon and the Republic of Congo.
There's some existing trail that we know that poachers are using around this place. But there's probably many others that we don't know.
These photos, recently captured by Oliver's camera traps, show men with guns crossing into Gabon.
People leave from Jum and walk down to get to Minkebe.
And then some of the elephant ivory is being walked back.
From Minkebe, it goes to Jum.
Almost all of the poaching of the elephants right now is coming in this country, not Congo, but there in Gabon.
With so few elephants left in Cameroon and the Republic of Congo, Gabon is the latest hunting ground for the poachers. So we flew south to the capital.
So we just met with this government official because we wanted to ask him what happens to the poachers, what happened to the tusks after the poacher is caught. And he got really excited. He says, you got to check out something that we created. It's the only one that's being done in all of Central Africa, but really amounts to a crime lab that can be used in a potential trial. Hello, how are you? Bonjour. Comment ça va? Ah, mon français, ce n'est pas. Oug Biatem is one of the lab's forensic scientists.
Moi, on m'appelle pour le prélèvement d'échantillons qui vont permettre l'extraction d'ADN, qui va nous permettre de faire correspondre une pointe d'ivoire à une séquence d'ADN que nous aurons dans le laboratoire.
If you want to understand the world illegal trafficking network, then DNA will really help you understand if these guys has connection with Cameroon or Gabon or Congo.
The lab is run by Stephanie Bourgeois and has two main objectives. First is to determine if the tusks are from Gabon. Do you have a number of how many forest elephants are here?
We found that there are 95,000 of elephants across Gabon. So of course there is some uncertainty around this number. It showed us that more than 70% of the forest elephants are in Gabon now.
Their other objective, to help prosecute poachers in court as the country tries to implement a 10-year penalty for the crime.
When you talk about 10 years penalty, then you need strong evidence. And that's where forensic evidence are very important because it will help the judge.
How many do you usually get per year?
Je ne peux pas vous répondre exactement.
Il y a des années où c'est full.
We got this chance to go and see some of these tusks that were taken from the parks to be stored away here in the capital. Couple rules. They said don't shoot the location where we're going so they can be identified. And the other things, we had to take separate keys from 2 different ministries. 2 keys, each held by 2 different officials, in an attempt to keep all of this safe. Oh my God. That's 8 tons of it? Millions of dollars worth of ivory.
Le stock de pointe que nous avons ici provient essentiellement, uniquement du Gabon.
Is that heavy?
Aïe.
Let me see. Oh my God.
It's 7 kilos.
This is the number for 2020?
Ouais, l'année, le stock de 2020. La 242e pointe du 2020, elle provient de la 4e province du Gabon.
Did you cut this like that?
Yes.
So this is your sample you're going to take back to the lab?
Ouais, yes.
It's estimated that 70% of the elephants along Gabon's border with Cameroon have died from poaching in the last decade alone.
Il y a des expéditions régulières sud-Cameroun vers le nord du Gabon.
Have you ever been shot at by these poachers?
Plusieurs fois. Il y a des moments, il y a des coups, il y a des échanges de tirs, lignes de films de guerre.
Christian Rumbeo is the curator of the Menkebe National Park, the one on the Gabon side of the border.
Croise encore régulièrement des braconniers pour la chasse des éléphants, pour le trafic d'ivoire.
Are the number of poachers going up significantly?
Oui, parce qu'il y a plusieurs groupes. Ce n'est pas le simple chasseur qui vient pour tuer un éléphant, non. C'est des gens qui viennent parce qu'il y a une demande avec des trafiquants, avec des organisations criminelles qui viennent tuer les éléphants, spécialement pour le crime.
Christian tells us that the elephants are migrating deeper into the protected territories, deeper into Gabon, with the poaching syndicates right behind them. A final push to find what could be left of the forest elephants. Our trip began in Yaoundé, took us as far south as Djoum until we finally crossed into Gabon. And now we are heading as far west as we can go until we reach the coast. Luango National Park is small. Only 600 square miles. Here, wildlife clearly thrives. So here are the buffalo right behind that tree over there. You know, up in Cameroon, we didn't see almost any animals at all. Now you come down here and it's like night and day. And suddenly, elephant.
Elephant.
All right, our first elephant of the day. As we go to get our cameras ready, he's gonna move this way. And just like that, gone. Into the forest. Despite our disappointment, we can already tell that this park is different. Far removed from the rest of our journey. There's really no poaching here in this area because it's protected by the lagoon on that side and the ocean on this side, so the poachers can't get in. So I guess our hope is that tomorrow morning when the sun comes up, we can return and have a look. We got this ongoing search for the animal we've been trying to find. Heading further south into this remote land, you get a sense of how unbridled this park has remained. To protect it, there are ranger teams on patrol. And just like us, this is Oliver Fancom's first time here. Tell me what we need to do.
En fait, quand on rentre dans cette rivière-là, il y a des ancêtres qui sont ici, il y a des génies. Donc, Une fois qu'on dit qu'il faut laver la figure. Vous dites au génie que je viens ici pour voir les animaux.
We wash the water out of respect for the area. This land and its traditions have remained largely untouched. Is it two?
Yes.
2 hippos?
Yes.
They just popped out of the water. That was awesome. They just suddenly pointed ahead, straight forward. Two of them. And a baby. There's a baby? This is the first time we've seen one in the water.
Wow. This is amazing. But I've never had a direct count like this, which is amazing for me. Yeah? I've worked in the jar for over 18 years, but I've seen elephant 3 times only.
You've only seen 3 elephants in your life?
Yeah, well, like just live elephant. And today, 10 more times I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen like this, like really close, as many as I've seen today. It's really amazing, man.
I think this is the most I've seen you smile on this trip.
Yeah, see me, I'm just like a kid. I can't believe what I'm saying. This is like the paradise of elephant.
Paradise. In every national park we visited, we witnessed the challenges and the fears, but we also learned that there is hope in every forest and every sea.
Poaching is not happening here. Just after the first few hours, I've seen more elephant than I've ever seen over the last 18 years. I'll keep on saying that. Wow.
The environment has no borders, and everywhere we went, we met those who wanted to do something, a dream, to guard all of our wild and sacred lands. Would you like to bring back to Cameroon somehow to have a place filled with elephants?
For the moment, we are kind of trying to keep the one that are remaining there, because for sure there are some remaining. We're gonna definitely make sure that poachers stop, and that eventually, maybe the repopulation of elephant will come from here.
Go back
to
north.
come back to Cameroon. Yeah, that would be my dream. I would love that to happen.